Welcome attendees. Welcome to this session from well-known institute ProThoughts. This is a webinar for the project managers and the members who are willing to get the PMI certification, or they have got it and now they are willing for PDUs to obtain for further things and the renewal things. So please allow me to share my screen right now. So I will. So hope my screen is visible and I am quite audible to you all. So welcome to this session from ProThoughts. It is on project management, the pitfalls and ways to avoid them. Because everywhere we have hurdles, we have the gaps, and we have to avoid or we have such strategy to make avoid them and go ahead with a smooth roadways or maps for the projects. So moving ahead to this, somewhat my takings is myself, Manoj Bhumkar. I am a PMP certified senior project manager in aerospace department of Bharat Forge Limited, Pune, which is a well-known forging company and does the works in various departments like auto, non-auto, and aerospace with defense also. So I am basically a Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical from Ramanand Tirth University, Marathwada in India, and this is of at 2003. And from them, I have a vast experience working in the automobile fields like Tata's, Mahindra's, and currently in the Bharat Forge. And like a hobby, I am a member of International Fellowship of Rotary Musicians and as a singer in Pune, Maharashtra location. Moving ahead, so what will be the agenda for today? We have first thing, introduction for this ProThoughts as well as the points for webinar. Then discussion on project management pitfalls and ways to avoid it. And then we have a question answer session, which will be interactive with the polls and the questions from your side, which will be I will try to answer during that course. So for the introduction, I'll say ProThoughts is a partner or is a hand-to-hand service agency which will succeed with the projects. And it has 5 wings for giving the project management and related tools. That means one is corporate training, then they have a ProMock, which is an exam simulator for these PMP things. Then it is affiliated to PMI certification training workshops. Then it provides e-learnings, and a major thing is that is a talk, a section which is having project management's ebooks, and it will be giving the things. So what corporate trainings they have? They have 25 plus corporate products based on the current things, that is project management, program management, business agility, that is agile, transformation, and more. Then they have this exam simulator for these PMP exams, which will be most helpful for us within the course duration. Then the program management exams, DASM, CAP, PMI, ACP, and other PMI exam based simulators. Then certification training workshop they will arrange for the PMP certification. and the required things. And after that, we will have to earn 6 PDU certification for the project management. And most probably, and good thing here is they will provide MS project certification also, which is a best tool currently, I can say. From my side, it is the one which, because I am using it from last 10 years. And this is the good one to track the projects and this. Then we have, and ProThoughts will provide e-learnings, which will be training sessions for this PMP section, then MS project, then project management and program management, and corporate events. They will be for customizing the products with respect to the training requirements of the corporate culture, or of the a vendor or a supplier or a factory based things. And then the required data books for the same, like Rita Mulkai is the best name or a good name for project managements. We have the editions for that. And then the help of Michael Thati, Michael Griffith, and the preparation flashcards is the main thing. Then it will have a cloud subscription and PMP audio books also. So as I said earlier, this is the authorized premium training partner for project and program management trainings under the Project Management Institute USA, that is pmi.org. Moving ahead to this, now mainly what is the, we know is project management and what is the role of project management in the organization. First things I can say here, the 7 simple effective ways to get ahead as a project manager. Number 1 is maintain an up-to-date detailed to-do list, plan ahead meetings, conversations, prioritize the most important work, establish a team, get relevant certifications and trainings, take on responsibilities. This is the major thing right now it is going on. The last 3 things: get relevant certification and training, take on responsibilities for your organization beyond your project, and structure your day right, including putting in the hours. The hours means, as a project manager, we know we have to prioritize the work with respect to the time plan schedule. That means it will be the hourly basis, or in the agile things it can be a minute basis also. So what is the takeaway from this? We project managers must practice each and every day to perform their best. So just like a trained cricketer practices the same drives over and over during the net practice, like now Asia Cup has been completed, and World Cup is in next October. So we have to practice these things in a day-to-day work-life balance, where we have to get all the 7 simple steps. Moving ahead to this, what is the today's scenario is challenges and pitfalls are a part of the journey during a project management phase. But understanding how to identify and avoid them can be the difference between the success and setbacks. So how to get this? Today we will going to take somewhat the learnings from this. What are the setbacks here in project management and how to avoid them? So whether you are a seasoned project manager or a new in the field, this webinar will support you to take the valuables for scales and industries with the projects. By the end of, I am sure by the end of this session, you will be better equipped to steer the common pitfalls and guide your project towards the successful outcomes. I will be, why I am sure, because I am practicing these things in my day-to-day office schedule, as well as somewhat in the home, like festival seasons, or the something is new to be planned, a house or anything. So moving ahead with the next, what is the main goal of project manager? As we know, all this is to foresee or predict as many dangers and problems as possible, and to plan, organize, and control activities so that project is completed successfully in spite of all the risks. So this is the prediction has to be there, and we have to get it plan, organize, and control activities for a successful driving this. So basically, we are here for the discussions. What will be the major pitfall in project manager life cycle? So number one is risk and change request are two factors that can jeopardize the project management triangle. But there is a third hidden factor that take you closer to the failure is small things that is called silly mistakes. So you encounter different types of obstacles during each phase of a project development. Which sorts of obstacles might derail you from the right path? So we will have everything, but identifying those in a earlier manner, it will be something called risks and change requests. But many times in a flow, we will do small mistakes, and that will be caused at the end of the moment as a blunder, and it will be a project failure. So if industry reports are anything to go by, poor management of requirement has led to failure. This is the number we have. 47% of projects will be failure due to the poor management. So there is always a sense of optimism at the start of a project that surely everything will go smoothly this time. So most novice project manager is less than surprised when things don't always go quite. That means it is when he will not understood the risks, or he will not take the risk registers, change request as per the time schedule, then there will be a uh, project failure. So these are the main pitfalls we have during the project management phase. So I can summarize them as a bullet points. That is, number one is lack of communication, because project manager has to get on a maximum work 60 to 70% of a proper communication. So if there is a lack of communication, then it will be a major setback. Then the second thing is poor project planning. Third, not creating smaller segments of complicated tasks. So this I am saying, we are not giving any specific value to a complicated task and doing it as and go, or as and when it is required. So the next thing will be unrealistic targets. Sometimes we will get this without the management concerns, consultant, or some realistic things from them, what they will provide us to get achieve the target. So it will become an unrealistic target for my company or for my sake. It can be done by the others. It's a good, very smoothly they will do it, but from my side it will be a unrealistic due to some parameters. Then we have inexpedient risk management. So risk management is what here. So first thing to do is project manager has to identify the risks involved during the phase of the project. It will be much earlier. This can be taken care of using the past experience, past data, or the database available, or the project manager office, PMO office is there. So they have the data management from the previous experience in the same organization. So he has to collect the risk and the mitigation for that, and the overall risk management. So inexpedient means, so they will not have identified anything, or a very similar or smaller risk they have identified, which will be a which will cause duration delay for the complicated tasks. Then next is not deploying the right project management software. See, what this will be giving up is right project management software means it should be. I am not taking any names here, but we have very good softwares in market for managing the projects, which will be having work breakdown structures, time plans, then whatever templates is required as an outcome, as a dashboard to show to our management, and in various small organizations or somewhat they are using the Excel also, or we can have the graphical representations using the Microsoft things, which will be not right project software, which will not show you any delayed things, or it will not give you any what I can say four-way path of a project which will affect the next thing. So now one thing is going not in a correct way, this has to affect the other if it is a dependable thing. So that will not be showing in any other software. So the project management softwares are there to take cater these things and take care of this. Then we have next thing that is called unclear job roles and undefined responsibilities. So unclear job roles means what? So suppose I have a very good engineering person, but I will not giving him the that design or thinking role, and then it will be giving it something else. So that will he will not be clear with his job role. What the outcome from him is required or expected by the sponsors, by the team leaders, and undefined responsibilities. So I will not be showing any responsibility matrix to that person, and it will be for that for an individual task. I am not defining any responsible resource. So that is called unclear job roles and undefined responsibilities. Then we have next thing is wrong estimation of time and budget. This is a very critical thing during a time plan as well as the budgeting section of the project, where we have to give a tentative, I am saying tentative because every time it will not be a fulfilled, but a budget as well as a time will be tentative to close the project within the given time and the requirements from the end customer. So there should not be any wrong, means it should not be a longer than the expected, or the other similar projects in the market, so that it will get delay and our project will, our part or our end results will not be available in the market on time, and with the proper costing also. So wrong estimation of time and budget, it will be a major pitfall with this. Then everywhere we should have a plan B. So not having plan B also, it will be a major setback in this project management things. Everywhere, what should be the things if suppose I have considered one activity by this way, but somewhat the person is not there, or he got ill, or he got something else, or there is a machine breakdown, or there is some strike, something there will be in the during the project life cycle phase, then I should always have a plan B. Like here we can say resource. Resource has to be altered, or supply chain has to be get into this picture, so that the same activity, same part, same thing can be done outsourced, or can be taken help of any external sourcing, external guidelines, or external focal activity, so that there will not be any setback in the time plan and budget also. So there will be there has to be a plan B for the things. And next thing will be low investment money for big projects. So this will be again a wrong estimation of budget, it will be coming up. So the company or the sponsor has should have a contingency budget, and the next thing will be a sponsorer budget on that. So we using the similar projects, we will have the exactly whatever the budget is going on. Then on that it will be contingency budget, and after that it will be a final management budget is there. So it has to be, it should not be low investment money for big projects. And last and never the least, this will be not the much on this, but it's a lack of trust. So lack of trust comes between team members. So if there will be no bonding, or there will be any sake of misbehavior, culture between the team members, or there will not be any bonding between them, they will not trust each other during the work phases. and everybody can say, oh sir, he is not doing this thing, he is busy with the other things, like that it will be coming up. So lack of trust, it will be the last and the foremost things which will be not good for a team. As a team, we can say. So what will be the trigger this problems like budget overrun, missing deadlines, and these are enough to break client relationships and put your business with the creditability into the question. So the pitfalls will always affect the relationship between a client and a supplier. So this we have to now what to do to avoid this, which is our major thing for the session today. So it will be the number one thing is proper communication. So our first thing is wrong communication or miscommunication will be the first thing. So what I will suggest here as a project pitfall or the various books, various flyers, various things are available. So in that we should have number one is proper communication. So what will be in that? It will be meaningful conversation with your project team at regular intervals. Conduct team meetings and welcome project executives to share their opinion on how the quality of deliverables can be improved. So these are the two things to make the communication proper. Meaningful conversation with your project team at a regular interval means it will be giving as a review. So we should have a project review like a timely, a weekly, bi-weekly, or as per the availability of the team members and the defined way and duration. Then as for the planning things, we should say close to perfect plan. So for this, we will have what we should do while planning. Make sure to set acceptable deliverables or targets. And the basic thing again coming with the team at regular intervals means always conduct a kickoff meeting and clearly reveal company expectations to the team members. So this will lead to the perfect planning, which will be a bit closer. Map out your project plan in such a way that every minute activity will be noted down and tracked during perfect execution of complicated or bigger tasks. I already said use of work breakdown structure for a complicated task will help in this. So substantial time and micro planning leave little to no room for mistakes. So every bigger activity has to be broken down in breakdown structure, minute activities, and the planning for start and end. So what will be the takeaway for this? Solicit inputs from the experienced project executives and check out closure reports of your previous successful projects for communication and planning. So this will help you identify the loopholes way before they occur during the course of your project. So next thing is the same coming is use of WBS for every complicated task, which I have explained right now. So this will be the one thing here that will carry the mistakes. So mistakes by not looking smaller drill down activity open up the possibility of rework, which in turn results in delivery dates miss out and project quality. So for this, we have to get a team meetings and welcome members to share their opinion. So next thing on this, it will be, again, I have given the targets and activity things. It will be put realistic targets. So it is true that you need to test your limits to the successful in the project management world. But at the same time, it is also instrumental in understanding that we should not push the team member so that it will be giving some yield and the problems from the member as well as the activity. So always conducting a kickoff meeting and clearly revealing your expectations to the team member and project executives to share their opinion will be the necessary steps to avoid the uh, uh, targets for realistic makings. So what will be this? Again, I am giving a note on this. So we can have this break down complex projects into smaller segments and give proper time to your team for perfect execution. So moving ahead, the next thing, it will be properly managed risks. So this is the risk management thing. I have always been an inevitable part of projects. Unfortunately, risk mitigation should be done on priority. Sometimes project teams or higher ups take small risks for granted. They want to stick to their plan, and they will get it afterwards, and it will be bigger things, and it will be delayed. Identify risk as quickly as possible. This is the main thing which I have highlighted, because it's the experience from the last projects, last PMO data or things. By monitoring closely to each activity, see, by monitoring closely to each activity, and also we may take help of closure reports of your last projects that I said already, the same statement here. So you can involve your top performing project executives from the other projects as a support in evaluating process for better insights. Then the point which I have discussed already is deploying the right project management software. Use of right tool from the basket, which is already available in the market. Uh, Again, I am not naming it, but one I can definitely put as a Microsoft project 2016 currently going on. So it will be good to have this. So you get access to indispensable features which cut your job related to project management into half. For instance, Gantt charts will allow, I have told you already, whatever the reporting structure, whatever the dashboards the customer management wants, customer wants, and all that. So that will be in the phase of Gantt charts. Then time tracking lets you keep a record of productive hours. Insightful reports keep you updated regarding team performance. And calendar view allows you to plan things proactively. Why calendar is most important? Because we have to see any uh, holidays, any specific thing regarding the area and the things. So this will be uh, very useful for the right project management software. So substantial time and micro planning leave little to no room for mistakes. So this will be from the managed risk and right software using on this. Next to this is again defining job roles and responsibilities. This is a small thing which already I have given. That's why it's a statement only. Hold a meeting. Invite each project executive to come forward and share how they would like to proceed during the development process. So what will be something like SWOT analysis we can do? What will be his strength? What will be the team member's weakness? Where it will require the training? Where it will be opportunity he wants on to capture? So it will help you set job roles, responsibilities way ahead of the project to bring clarity and build a responsibility matrix. So when the job roles are clear to the resources, we will have a fine-tuned responsibility matrix that is called RASI chart. Responsibility, authority, clarity, and invitee. Then we have proper estimation of time and budget. I already discussed on this more. The proper time estimations will avoid delivery complaints from the clients, while good handy budget estimations will also result in a good rate of interest, or we can say return of investment and win-win situation. This will not be every time a win-win situation, but it will be building a good relationship with the budget estimation as a close to the what I can say a market cost. Then the next thing is consult with your team before setting timelines, which is more required as you are not the expert in all the things. So you have to consult your team members where they are expert, and they will provide you the timelines and the budget proposals for profit in mind, as well as per the profit from the company side, or sponsor has given to you. Then the next thing is must have plan B. Everywhere it should be clearly mentioned. Risk are very much part of projects. It's a matter of time. So in a state of concern, so contingency plan is must as a central part of the project success. Make sure, I have told already, this will be make sure extra resources available for the cope. Then some scenarios will be there like breakdown, some person invitations will be there, violations of the community's rules. Then the plan from like if we are working in the villages and the farmers and all the things, it will be coming up. So that something will be to make cater the current process in a smooth way. We should imply a plan B, like making it, suppose I am giving some part to the society or some further assembly things, how to make it within the time plan. It should be one thing to do it in-house, and other is as a supplement from the outsourcing way also. So the what is really extra mile during contingency situation proves useful. Then this thing, so what mostly I have covered is the 10 things it will be covered, and what are the ways to avoid these pitfalls. These are the some steps or some, I can say, bullet points for getting the things and avoiding all this. So on the conclusion side, handling projects is never easy as the control several challenges during the development process. We have brought project pitfalls to light so that you can wipe out success gaps proactively. But important tip to take away from here is small mistakes can create big problems and open up possibilities for client to roast you. So taking your chances unnecessarily is not a sagacious move. So what is giving out here? To avoid small silly mistakes and move this. So perhaps this is the secret that sets star performance and performers apart. So in every organization they will monitor you on the basis of performance. So the star performer will do these things to avoid the pitfalls, and a performer will move with the old or same ways what he will be doing on. So we will be happy to know about any other project pitfalls that ruined your plans. So now I will open up the comment section and somewhat the question answer section. So I will stop this things. So you can contact for further information to our ProThoughts info mail ID as well as this contact number here. And team is happy to provide any help regarding the certifications for the project management, program managers, and the MS project things, and going up with the PMI certifications. So finally, this will be thank you and all the best from my side for this section.
Many thanks. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you, sir.